So these are the credit cards and charge cards that I'm personally using myself for my e-commerce and dropshipping businesses. Hey guys, welcome to the e-commerce mentoring channel. My name is Kamil Sattar, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly which credit cards and charge cards I'm personally using in my everyday life of running my e-commerce and dropshipping businesses. And you can see some of them right here. And I'm going to be going over every single one of them in today's video in terms of how I strategically use them to maximize the rewards and to basically get rid of any risk involved with any parts of my e-commerce journey. Now, if you're currently not using a credit card or charge card for your business, you are missing out on number one, preventing yourself from any risk involved, because with credit cards and charge cards, you do get purchase protection. Number two, you're missing out on lots of rewards. And number three, you're missing out on cash flow management, which are the main three things that you want to make sure you're doing in your business. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video is I'm going to be showing you the two different credit cards and charge cards that I use, and showing you a third additional card for those that are lucky enough to be in the US. And I'm going to be comparing them and showing you which ones I use at certain times of my business. Now, if you're new to the e-commerce mentoring channel, make sure you smash the like button and you hit the subscribe and you turn all notifications on. Now, e-commerce mentoring is an online teaching program where we do one-to-one training with e-commerce and dropshipping business owners. Now, if you want to book a free call with one of the mentors to see if you're a good fit for the mentorship program, make sure you click the link in the description below. So the first credit card that I actually use for my company is called Capital on Tap. Now, something that I do want to say quickly though is all the cards that I'm talking about in today's video are business cards, not personal. And I recommend that anybody that's involved with e-commerce or dropshipping has business cards, not personal cards, because they have better benefits, less risk involved, and more cash flow that you can use within them. And you always want to be separating your business costs to your personal costs when it comes to doing your taxes and your expenses. It just makes life a lot more easier. So if you haven't already, make sure you either go and set up an LTT or an LLC, because these are all business cards. Now, the first one, like I said, was Capital on Tap, and this is actually an underrated card. And this is actually currently in these three different countries right here: the UK, Spain, and the US. So these are the three countries that you can actually have this credit card in, the business credit card. Now, you've got something called a credit card and you've got something called a charge card. Now, this is a business credit card. Now, what a credit card is, it's for example here, you can access up to $1,000 to $50,000 dollars per credit card. So that's your allowance. If you get given $20,000 on that card, that is all you can use within that billing period. So do bear that in mind. Now, with a charge card, it technically has an unlimited spend and it's based on your purchasing power. So you don't really have a credit limit. You have basically purchasing power. So let's say your purchasing power is 10,000 per transaction. That means you can transact 10,000 per transaction, and the more you spend, the more you pay back. With a charge card, the more you can have. And charge cards are technically better because you technically have more to spend, but it takes longer to build that up. Now, with Capital on Tap, the maximum you can get is 50,000. Sometimes they'll give you more, but that's all on basically your standards and stuff like that. But the max normally is around about 50,000 per billing period. Now, I currently use this credit card for purely basically, if I can't use the other card that I'll be talking about today, I use this one because American Express, you can't always use it. So I always use Capital on Tap as an alternative if I can't use it. And I like to basically mix the cash flow spend across these two different cards. Now, something that I do want to quickly say is I've got a link to all the different credit cards I'm talking about today in the description. And if you use my link, you will get a sign-up bonus or you will get extra points on your card. So please take advantage of that because you're missing out on completely free money. So for example, here you've got two different credit cards. You've got the regular awards and you've got the founder awards. Now, this one is the one that I'm personally going to be talking about today because this is the founder. This is basically going to be you using the card. So what you're going to be able to get is 2% cash back for every $1 spent. Now, you got to remember, when you're spending on Facebook ads, guys, do the math, how much money you can potentially make off doing this. And that's the thing, guys. You always want to make sure that you're maximizing your spend and you're getting what you need. So again, like I said, you get 2% cash back on all your card spend. It doesn't matter what it is. It's on every transaction. You get an additional $199 when you spend $15,000 in your first 3 months, which isn't bad. And this is something else that I want to talk about, guys. You only want to be using credit cards that you know you're going to get the bonus for. Now, because this is a free card, you don't actually have to pay for it. There's no actual annual fee, which is amazing. So do bear that in mind. There's 0 annual fee. Then you don't really need to worry about this. If you can do it, you can do it. That's amazing. But some of the other credit cards, there is an annual fee. And if you don't hit it, then sometimes these bonuses do not make any sense. So as you guys can see here, it says the limits range from 1,000 to 50,000. You got no FX fees. You got no ATM charges, which is absolutely amazing. You can get up to 20 cards for employees or yourself. And you got spending management tools for yourself and your employees. And there's no interest occurred on the card if you pay your balance off in full every single month. Now, if you don't, and you do a minimum spend or a minimum payment, you're going to incur interest. But what I will say about Capital on Tap is they have in my opinion, one of the best lowest interest rates out there. And a lot of people shy away from interest and stuff like that. But if you know anything about business, that if you do occur any interest, it's actually taxable, which is good sometimes. And this is the thing with credit cards. You've got to really know how to use them in a very effective way, because there's been times where I don't pay the card off in full because in my opinion, I'd rather use that cash flow somewhere else. But I might have to pay an extra $200 at the end of the month in fees, but that's taxable. I can take it off my tax. So it technically doesn't really matter. But again, that's a little bit more technical. But what I'm trying to say is, with credit cards, you've got to really know the ins and outs of how to manage them and use them effectively, because in the wrong hands, they can be quite dangerous. And none of this is financial advice. This is just personally how I'm using every single one of the cards that I'm showing you today. Now, you can actually get a decision made quite quickly with Capital on Tap. They'll let you know within 24 to 48 hours. And if you go down here, you've got the key benefits right here, which is really, really good. And you can see here the interest ranges from 9 to 34, and you can make your monthly payment up to 15 business days of the billing period. So you get, in my opinion, I get around about 30 to 60 days where I'm able to pay off my balance, which is really good, because it's all about managing your cash flow and making sure that you've got time to be able to let suppliers pay you, to let payment gateways pay you, which is great. So this is a great way to do that. And you can see here, you can switch up the monthly period payment to 10% whenever you need it. And you can see all these other things here. Now let's talk a little bit about the eligibility. You can see here, you've got to be a US resident. And again, guys, you can change this to whatever country you are. So if you're in the UK, you can also get this card. If you're in Spain, you can. And if you're in the US. Now, I'm only talking about US because the majority of people that are watching this video are based in the States. Now, talking about this, I do want to also say something, that the credit cards and charge cards have better benefits in the States than they do in the UK. So in terms of getting the best rewards, the US have them, the UK and Europe don't have as good of rewards, just letting you guys know that. Now, you will need an annual turnover of at least $30,000. I don't know if that is a must-have or if it is or isn't. That might be something that you need to contact them, or you need to submit your application and find out. But in the UK, I don't think there was one. When I applied for mine, I did it off a brand new company, and I got given the credit card without any issues. Then they've got the interest repayment information right here, and they're very nice and honest with the whole how much you need to pay back and stuff like this. You can also do balance transfers on here, so you can transfer the credit limit onto your bank account, which is really, really good, but do bear in mind you will incur a fee. And they've got a nice app as well, and I've spent at least around about $300,000 using this card. So in terms of what I've actually spent on Capital on Tap, I've spent over $300,000 using this card, and I really, really love it. It's really easy, really good alternative for me. Now, this isn't my main card that I use. Again, this is my alternative card to this card right here. So American Express is actually the main card that I actually use, and if I can't use it or my spend has been maxed out, then I will use Capital on Tap as the alternative card, and it's a great alternative that I love to use. Or if I like to try and manage the cash flow, I'll use Capital on Tap with American Express. Now, the American Express card that I've actually currently got is the Platinum card, and as you guys can see there, you can see the Platinum card right there, and you can also see my Capital on Tap card right there as well. So I just thought I'd show you guys that, and this is a great card. Now, I don't think it's for everybody, and this is the thing. American Express isn't for everybody, and I don't recommend that everybody gets an American Express, because a lot of people look at it as a status symbol, which is great, but is it going to make sense to you? And a lot of things is it going to make sense? Now, I wouldn't recommend that anybody goes for the Platinum unless they have a decent company already established, they're making good monthly revenue, and you've actually got some form of off the ground momentum going on. Because if you're just a beginner and you're getting one of these, it makes no sense at all, because the annual fee is very expensive. To get the rewards, to make the card actually decent in terms of spending the annual fee, you've got to spend a lot of money. So don't get one of these. A lot of people fall for this trap. Do not get it. The one that I would recommend though is the gold one, and that's the one that I personally started with, and then I upgraded it after the year. Now with the gold business card, you can actually get 1 year for free in the UK. I don't know in the United States, but in the UK you can get one for free. You can get the gold card, business card, for free for 12 months, which is amazing because it gives you that feel of using the card with these amazing benefits. And again, like I said, I don't know about in the States, but you can get it in the UK. I don't know if the offer's still there anymore, but it is when I got the card. Now you can earn up to 70,000 rewards when you sign up using the special offer. Now if you use my actual link, you'll get an additional membership points as well, which is amazing. Now as you can see here, it says after you spend 10,000 on eligible purchases with the card for your first 3 months, you will get this bonus right here. And again, this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. American Express is not good unless you're qualifying for this amount of spend. So if you're not spending anywhere near as much as this, then what's the point of getting one? Because you're not going to see the benefits of having one. Of course, if the first year is for free, why not? But if you have to pay for it, makes no sense. And as you guys can see here, plus you get 100% cash back on both US advertising, media, and stuff like that. So this is really, really good because they actually focus on different spending categories like adverts and normal spend. And as you guys can see here, you can get some 4x on categories, pay over time option, and you've got airline bonuses, and you've got a lot more options right here as well, which as you can see. But overall, if you look at the APR rate, the capital on tap is actually better than this one. Now, American Express is more of a status symbol. It's more of a, if you're spending quite a lot of money, you're going to get a lot of rewards. Now, again, like I said, this is the one that I personally recommend if you can get the annual fee for free. Now, if you can't, then they do have a really good card with a 0% annual fee, and this one's the Plum card. Now, there's some other ones that are really, really good, like the Business Plus credit card. These two are really, really attractive. Now, you can't actually get these in the UK, which I'm jealous about, but these two are also amazing. So if the gold card is paid and you have to pay for it for the first year, don't get it. If you're a startup, get one of these ones. These ones are absolutely amazing. And again, American Express has an amazing app, which is really, really good as well, which I really, really enjoy. Now, moving on from this, we've got something called a Chase card. Now, Chase is amazing. I can't get this in the UK, but I absolutely love Chase. I have business partners that use them and they have a great time using them. Now, Chase is basically like the American Express, but they have more to offer for no actual annual fee. So if you're somebody that's getting involved and you really want to take your credit card game to the next level, I'd recommend that everybody goes for the Inc. Business Unlimited card. Now, this is for United States only, I think, and Canada. Now, this is the one that I'd recommend. So if you were to choose between this one and this one, I would go for the Chase if you're in the States. 100% all day, every day. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is if you've got the option between the blue and the Plum card and this one here, I would definitely go for the Inc. because they're giving you better incentives for what you're going to be doing. So that's my personal opinion. And the APR is actually better on the average, and the cashback you get's better. Now, if you've got a little bit of money to spend and you're willing to spend an annual fee and your company's not doing too bad, the Inc. Preferred is actually really, really good. You know, this is a very common card that a lot of people will use within the ecom industry. So if you are going to pay a fee, and let's say you're torn between the gold, and you're torn between this one, I would go for this one all day, every day, because you're going to get better bonuses and better rewards on that, and you're saving an extra $200. Now, if you want to take it up to the next level, then of course you're going to go for your Platinum American Express. But overall, I think Chase offers the best overall. Now, of course, I don't have one of these cards because I can't get one. But again, like I said, guys, this is the secondary card that I use if I can't use my AMX. But my AMX Platinum is what I primarily use. But again, please remember, do not get any of these cards if it doesn't make any logical sense to you. But you do want to be using business cards and credit cards, because at the end of the day, you get what we call purchase protection. And that's something that you really need to look at in the small print, your purchase protection. How much will they protect? So let's say you spend $1,000 in your American Express. Will they protect that purchase from fraud or from whatnot? So you've got something called purchase protection, and this is something that you need to look into, because depending on the month, depending on the year, depending where you are, it changes. So I can't give you the accurate information because this video has been recorded in August. Now things might change in 3 months time, but make sure you always check on your purchase protection, because that's what's going to protect you from ordering from a supplier. They basically do you dirty. You're going to get your money back. You don't need to worry. And again, you can use chargebacks. And overall, which customer service is better? This is something that's very important. The best customer service that I've had between these two, now I can only talk from these two cards because I've only got these two cards. The Amex customer service is way better. It's faster, more professional, quicker. They've got more to offer. But don't get me wrong, Capital on Tap is still good, but it's nowhere near as good as American Express. So when it comes to speaking to them about issues, these guys are the best, in my opinion. I don't know what Chase is like, but I've heard good things. But this is by far my favorite card, and it's a card that I will be using for a very long time till I can get the black card. So guys, I hope this video was very helpful, and it's told you a little bit about what cards I'm using, how I'm using them, which ones would make more sense.